What's up, my beautiful family? Welcome to yet another video. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending with your time zone, and of course the time that you watch this video. How are you? How am I? I'm good. At least today I'm happy I can do a video and you'll be able to see, not just to hear. So guys, if you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing. To my returning subscribers, you're the best. Like seriously, what would I do without you? Those that have joined my membership, asante sana. To my moderators, to those that do super chat me, I really appreciate you all. You mean the world to me. Fence sitters, hey, my secret admirers, all of you. Remember, you are very important here, including the naysayers. You are equally important because your view counts. So guys, I have been so busy because I'm back to work, as you all know. Today I told myself I must do my level best because guys, if I don't do anything, then the algorithm gonna drop my channel and it will be an uphill task before it peaks. Anyways, thank you so much. Like the video before you watch it up to the end. There are so many issues that are taking place in the white streets. I don't know where should I begin from. Where are the wazungus in the house? Wazungus, where are you? Say hi to me. There's a day by the way I did a live stream and someone asked me, Mary, what is a mzungu? A mzungu is a white person or a Caucasian. That is how I understand it. We also call those people from Europe wazungus. Though, UK, Netherlands, USA, Canada, Australia, as long as their skin is white. So should we begin from mzungu? Our mzungu in-law, was brought to the village. Guess what? Was brought to the village to interact with Dimwango's family. He was taken to the village to experience where his lover comes from, where his girlfriend comes from. Does that sound better? Because I know there are some of you that are seated there. And as usual, you are going to drop a lot of comments here and ask, who told you they are lovers? Okay, so the point is, this guy was taken there to experience, to have a good time, to feel what country life is, to meet congrats mom and congrats daddy, Marwa, David Jr., Uncle Mo, Winnie, and everyone. Why does it bother you? Sometimes we go overboard. And as I have always said, and I'll always stick to what I say. If you've been watching me for quite some time, I always say, there's more to this life than content creation. Sometimes we go overboard. Sometimes you can go so deep into personal matters that do not concern you. Remember when these people arrived in Nyabohanse, Congrats mom was the only parent that was captured on camera. And people started spreading lies. Oh, congrats dad is somewhere there in the bushes. I don't know, somewhere there guarding the farm. Chasing people left and right. They don't care about congrats dad. Hey, see your life. Who told you that is what happened? And I'm so happy. When I did the live stream, there are so many of you that came out and told me, Mary, congrats dad was there. But every time, there are some people that will choose not to appear on camera, which is actually okay. And especially if you're not a content creator. Let me tell you, my people, if you're not a content creator, it is so hard to just appear on camera. There are some people that are doing content, but their own children cannot come to camera because maybe the children are afraid of, being exposed. Or they themselves do not want to expose them. Some people are doing content, yet they have never brought their significant others. Do you get it? So appearing in camera doing a video, it's a tough decision by the time you gain the guts. Do you get it? And therefore, if congrats daddy did not want to appear on camera, why does it pepper you? Why do you feel bad about it? Why? All these rumors, for what? Will you be given an award? Hey, sometimes I ask myself a lot of questions. What will you get out of all the propaganda that you bring on the streets? Let me tell you, my people, there is no day, no time. African parents, more so Kenyan parents, will not stay back at home and wait for their children to come so that they can receive them. We all come from such families. By the way, we come from such families. When I used to work away from my home, anytime I would come visiting, both my parents would be there, welcoming me and my children. Do you get it? And that is how we do it. Anytime I'm told any of my siblings will be at home, because I stay closer to my parents' place, I'll go there and we will wait for them and receive them. That is how it is done. We're gonna make chapatis. We're gonna cook ugali. We're gonna slaughter chickens. That is how it is done here. The only difference between you and especially the likes of OT that are always talking behind that red, that red wall. In fact, is it red or maroon? Please help me get that color. A person who has always sat there and no one has ever seen any of her family members. That makes you, question a lot of, have a lot of questions in your mind. The difference between you and them is that they feel free to bring their people on camera. So why does it bother you? What is actually your problem? OT, what is actually your problem? I saw someone that did a community post, that is Mr. Fruits. And he said, this lady OT has succeeded in so many ways, including hiding her name. Nobody knows her name. But I ask myself and I'm like, by hiding my name, what do I gain from that? What do I gain from that? What is in a name, by the way? What is in a name? A name is just a name. It is all for identity. Nothing much. Do you get it? So, congrats, Daddy was there. You all understand he's a busy man. There are church matters that he needs to handle. And the most important thing is that his children came back. They are there. The commander and his family are in Nyabohanse. And they're gonna interact. Look at Coco Mama pretending in this era as if she doesn't know nowadays relationships are so open. Do you get it? If you are old school, that is your own problem. But nowadays, your daughter can freely bring the boyfriend at home. Do you get it? And introduce them to you. In fact, that is something that we encourage, for you to have a rapport with your own children, and especially when they hit teenagehood, going upward. Let them introduce you to these people that they interact with, so that you understand and get to dig deeper and know who are these people. So look at Dimwango at her age. Look at the guy. The guy is not a minor. That guy is not a minor. Coco Mama wants to sit in her seat and pretend she doesn't see this happening, or rather this does not take place in Nigeria and the place that she's in. In fact, let's forget about Saudi Arabia. Let's just go to Nigeria. These things do happen. Nowadays, we are more in an open community. Your daughter will freely bring the boyfriend and introduce them to you. Your son will freely bring the girlfriend and introduce them to you. If it works, fine and well. Nobody's going to put a rope around your neck and tell you, this one must work. After all, anything to do with marriage, it is something that is so personal. Like by the time you decide this is the person I want to settle down with, it is your own choice. Of course, you need to sample. And when I say sample, don't think I mean just knocking and kissing as many frogs as you can. No. You have to interact with many people and decide from the depth of your heart, this is the person that you wanna stay with. So, why would Coco Mama be like, hey, look at Di Mwango? Very shameless. What is there to be ashamed of? You know, when you say Di Mwango is shameless because she has taken a man to their home to meet their parent, then it means that you are still in the old age era. Why would I want my daughter who is in her 20s or 30s running around with a man and they don't bother maybe to introduce them to me? Sometimes as parents, they'll sit and they just look at a person. They'll observe them and they will advise their children accordingly. So Coco Mama, if you don't have anything to say, please shut up. In fact, bring that shampoo. You call it shampoo or shampoo or whatever. You need some viboko, you lady. Is this the first lady to go and introduce a boyfriend to parents? She's not. And this is something that is very common nowadays. Like there's nothing to hide. Why would you even struggle to hide? Eh? After all, she's a content creator. And her life is like an open book. People can read it. I don't know why you people are spreading false information. You are misinforming people. You've, made Di Mwango to look like a very careless lady. I don't know, she had man A, man B, man C, up to Z. And you? Have you given us the list of the men that you have ever interacted with? Why do you feel this lady is going around sleeping with men? Coco Mama, can you style up? Or, according to you, the other day she was in, where? In America, with a tita, and they exchanged saliva. I don't know, in Jamaica she was with Kino. Every time and every day, talking about the same thing. Aren't you ashamed of yourselves? Don't you get tired? You want to pretend you are holier than thou. You want to pretend as if the men that you have are your firsts. Like you've never, had other boyfriends. By the time you settle with these people, I definitely know you have an experience that maybe cannot be worth to write home. Do you get it? So let Di Mwango enjoy. Look at the very good comments that she's getting in her Instagram page. People are really happy for her. Why can't you be happy for her just for a minute? Why can't you be happy for her? People are so happy for Di Mwango. And Di Mwango is excited. Let the guy experience the Kenyan countryside life. After all, if you're born and brought up in such countries like America, let's say Germany, and those other countries in Europe, and you've never stayed in a farm, isn't that an experience that you'd want to have? I have worked with Wazungus for so many years, and they love such experience. Some of them have never stepped on farms. Some of them have never seen how a banana grows. Hey, some of them have never seen a live chicken. And therefore, when they go to such places, they're so happy. They're like, wow, you mean this is how a live chicken looks like? And they're so honest from the depth of their hearts because they have never seen. They've never had an opportunity. So let the guy enjoy. It is not all about coming out and disgracing them. Look at you, Oti. Struggling to bring the name of the man out. You think that is an achievement? Hey, my people. My people. Hey. Now she thinks that is an achievement. Like she has done a very big discovery. After all, you have your own name. Who cares? You have come up with a name for the man. You say it's called Peter, or is it Pira? Therefore, what next? What next after that? Does it change the color of the man? Does it change his age? Is there anything that's gonna be different because you discovered his name? Hey, let me laugh in a way that pleases God. What has changed? Look at another one in Germany sitting down and abusing us Africans, and especially we Africans that have never been out of Africa. I don't know why this lady Black Beauty thinks by her being in Europe, she is doing very good as compared to other Africans. If the guy is from Poland, so what? That is her own choice. If the Polish people like putting people side by side because of the color of their skin, so what? What do you want us to do about it? I know of Germans that are still practice this thing. They just look at the color of your skin and they dislike you because of that. I know of Americans that are still having the same mentality. When they see an African, the first thing they see is hunger. The first thing that they see, Africans are illiterate. They have their own notions and perceptions. Do you get it? I know of Africans that do not want wazungus. They're just happy and content with their own black people. Their fellow Africans are their best. Do you get it? So by you being in Germany does not make you a very special human being. So that you have all the courage to sit down and abuse people. Just because you made it to Europe. Do you think you are the first person that is staying abroad? There are so many people. Of course, you're not the first person. You won't be the last person. But the way you demean human beings is what makes you, what makes you to be less human as a person. I don't need to go abroad. I don't need to go and stay in Europe for me to be a person. Already I'm a person just by being here in Kenya. I have a life. You don't need to come and tell us the way we are stupid. Everything that we talk about is nonsense. Do you get it? Just because you stay in Germany. Look at you. Actually, you should be grateful. God gave you an opportunity to go there. God gave you an opportunity to experience that life. God gave you an opportunity, to just be there. You don't sit down and just thump. Of course, we know, because those countries, France, Poland and all those European countries are almost, close. You can go by bus. France is there, right there. Do you get it? You are not the only person that is there that is an African. Some of us have relatives that stay in better countries than Germany. Some have relatives in Germany. So you don't need to sit down and abuse everyone and tell us the way we don't know how these people are, they dislike Africans. By the time you go and make a decision, you want to be with a person who is different from your own race. Remember, that is already part of culture shock. You have to experience it, including when you get married to a person who is different from your own community. Aren't you the same people that have been talking about Nigeria? I know in Nigeria, we have tribes that don't eat those, the bush, whatever meat. There are tribes that don't partake that. I know in Nigeria, we have tribes that don't eat snails. We know. In fact, let me stick to I know. And that means if you get married to that tribe and you're not from that tribe, it's gonna hit you hard. It's gonna be part of culture shock. The same way when you get married to a Mzungu, what do you expect? It can't be smooth. You need to compromise. You need to, come to a mutual understanding. And by the time things become a bit smooth, everyone must have contributed a certain percentage of being mutual. Otherwise, it is so hard to survive. And that is why we have people that believe in marrying from their own tribes just to be safe. How many people have we seen going abroad, but they still go back to their motherland and get a wife or a husband, and then they go with them abroad? Because people know this thing to do with culture shock. So if Dimwango is with this man that you alleges comes from Poland, don't you think she has done some soul searching? And I strongly believe not everyone in Poland is a racist. At least there are people that have intermarried. There are people that have done what and what. And of course we know. You think we are mumus. Are we not educated? Don't we do research? We know not every European country is rich. There's a lot of European countries that are struggling like us here in Africa. That is obvious, we know. And again, on the other hand, we have those European countries that are doing very well in terms of education. They have the best education policies, free education. Places like UK, free education from, preschool up to college and university. We know UK countries like Germany, they have the best medical covers and such. The best working policies. We know, not that we don't know. And by the way, not everyone aspires, do you get it, to go and stay abroad. Some of us are very, very okay with where we are at. Do you get it? Some of us don't dream of getting out of our own countries. But we interact with people from all over the world because of such platforms. So if you think by going to Germany, you achieved tremendously, then ask them to put your name in the Guinness Book of Record so that we know, this lady came from Nigeria to Europe. And therefore, we need to recognize her all over the world. We all know. Some of us, we actually don't want to get out of Africa. We don't desire. And we are living good. We have all. And we have enough. Do you get it? So, if you have an opportunity, just like many Africans that are out there, don't feel so proud and start throwing words left and right and belittling people. At the end of the day, we are all the same in one way or the other, if you understand what I am talking about. At the end of the day, we will be equal, like equal. At the end of the day, the road is one. The route is one that we're all going to take, if you know what I'm talking about. And therefore, if Our Lady Dimwango has decided this is the man for her, do you get it? Let her be. Let her enjoy the moment with her bae. Guys, everyone has their own people. There's nobody who does not have a partner, or I don't know, a wife or husband. Everyone has someone. And by the time you decided on being with that person, you know what you saw in that person. And you decided, this is my person. And I'm going to stick with them until the kingdom come. Hey, guys, it is what it is. Therefore, these people should just take a chill pill and let Dimwango be. So let's take a minute and listen to this lady, the alleged CEO of the Lazy Gang members.
Muzungu, I just cry for Agamaliza. Because I know if I talk, people will be coming nonsense, stupid people that don't know anything about Europe. Nonsense people that are there dying with ugali in their villages. Nonsense, and on top of nonsense people that don't even get ugali with skumawiki and fish. They can eat ugali with anything they collect because of hunger will soon kill them. They will come back here to tell me, the real daughter of the soil, that I'm jealous of Dimongo and Muzungu Poland. What do I have? They are here, Brekete here, I told you guys. Polish people. Even if I want to date somebody from somewhere, is it a Polish person? I'm sorry. Even if you are a Polish people here, a Polish person hearing me, I'm talking here, I have been fighting this thing on IG with Polish people back to back. You guys are racist. Polish people, if you see what Polish people are doing to Africa.
So you say you have been in Germany for 20 plus years. It is okay. We have also been in our countries since we were born. Do you get it? And if you are granted that opportunity, don't come out and start feeling, like you're so special. Do you get it? So my people, if you have come up to this far, have you liked the video? Give it a thumbs up. By the way, it's free of charge. You can also join my membership and become part of my family. Just check on the perks that are pocket friendly and pick one. Thank you so much and goodbye for now.